Alright guys, so today I'm going to be showing you a trick that I came up with actually a few days ago. It is a pretty cool ace to king routine, and I'm so glad to being able to share this with you. And let's get straight to the performance. Alright, so we're going to start off nice and easy. We're going to do the cards cut, give some shuffles, like this, so that the cards are shuffled. Now, if I could go ahead and take a card like this, the Ace of Hearts, and with the Ace of Hearts, you can go ahead and get out the 4 aces, like this. Okay, so a lot of people think the Ace of Spades is sort of a leader ace. So here's what we're gonna do. Okay, I'm gonna show you the aces, like this, and I just have a normal deck of cards right over here, right? And I'm going to show you the aces. I have the Ace of Hearts, Ace of Clubs, Ace of Diamonds, and Ace of Spades, like this. We're going to take the Ace of Spades and just go like this, alright? So now, here's what we're going to do. We're going to get the rest of the cards a few cuts, like so, just to mix it up even more. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to take the Ace of Spades like this, and watch the Ace of Spades very closely. I'm just gonna take it and just wave my hand over it, and you see how it turns right into a king, like this. And not just one, but every single one of them turns into a king. And that was, of course, that was pretty cool. All right, but what was even more cool is the hardest part of this trick wasn't finding the 4 aces, but actually to go ahead and get the 4 aces, just like this, to be facing the other direction, inside the middle of the deck. And now's the trick. If you enjoyed that trick, be sure to stick around for the tutorial. Alright guys, this is going to be the tutorial for the trick that you just saw, okay? So for this trick, you're going to need a little bit of a setup, but it's nothing too crazy. You're going to pull out the kings and the aces beforehand, of course, and you're just going to need a regular deck of cards. There's no gimmicks involved in this trick whatsoever, okay? And you're going to just place the kings on top of the deck first, like this. It doesn't matter what the order of the kings are. I like to place them in red-black order, because alternating order, because that just makes the effect a little bit more cool in my opinion, but it really doesn't matter. And for the ace production that you can do at the beginning, you're gonna have to set up like this. You're gonna take the Ace of Spades, or one of the aces, face up, and you're gonna take the other 3, and just stick it on top like this. So what you have right now is you have 3 aces, like this. And I also like the aces to be in alternating order, because that just makes the effect just seem a little bit more cool, in my opinion. And you have the Ace of Spades sticking up, and then you have the 4 kings, just like that. Alright? So here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna do a little bit of a shuffle at the beginning if you want to. It doesn't, it sort of adds to the effect of the trick later on. But what you're just practically doing is you're shuffling the cards, but you're only taking cards from the middle of the deck. And what this does is it never bothers your setup. It really doesn't ever bother your setup. So you're always gonna have the cards that you set up at the top, alright? Because you're only pulling cards from the middle and you're just sticking it on like this. But it just adds to the illusion that you're actually shuffling the deck, but you're not messing up your setup, alright? So if you don't want to do the production, you don't have to, but you can just pull out the 4 aces at the beginning if you want to. But I will show you how the production is done. So you're gonna start off by doing a top shot like this. Like this. So how to do a top shot is really simple. You want to take your thumb and your index finger, and you want to place it here, okay? Place it here. The other 3 fingers, your middle finger and your ring finger aren't touching the deck at all for this. And you're just gonna take your pinky and apply pressure downwards and just pull it out like this. So you want to just practice going like this and taking your pinky and just pulling the first card out like this. So when you have this down like this, you're basically just gonna catch it with your other hand. And then when you do it fast, it looks like you're producing the card from like nowhere. But in reality, you're just taking the top card and just swinging it out with your pinky like this. Okay. So now you have one ace, right? You're gonna show off this one ace, and as you're showing off this one ace, you're gonna take a break under the first card like this. So you're just gonna push it off, take a break like this, so you have a gap. Alright, you're gonna take this ace, flip it over on top, and you're gonna lift up the double. And how you're gonna lift up this double is almost as if you're doing that color change, where you shake the card and you just flip it over. This is practically the same thing. You wanna take your thumb in middle, and just grab these two cards like this. And you're taking two cards and you're holding the cards by like this. You don't want to hold it the other way. You want the long side of the card to be the side that you will turn with your index like this. Okay, so you're gonna hold the card in this position, and you're just gonna turn this card 180 degrees like this. So again, you're just gonna take your index and just spin it 180 degrees like this. And right now what you're gonna do is you're gonna let go of your thumb, and it will just spring into your index and middle finger. Okay, at this point what you're gonna do is you're gonna take it and go like this. So you're gonna take the two cards like this, go like this, take your thumb, peel off the first card, and you're just gonna move this other card out with your hand like this. So you're gonna do this. So when you have it down faster, it'll look something like this. So you will spin and then boom, like that. Alright. As you're doing this with your right hand, you will go ahead and take the first card of the pack with your thumb and pull it up just a little bit, and take your index and just flick the card out like this. So that is your 4 ace production, like that. Okay. So now you're gonna have the 4 aces, right? And what I like to do is I like to explain to them that the ace of spades sort of is a leader card, which is going to get changed actually the last. So I like to place the ace of spades on the bottom like this as I'm picking up the cards. All right, you're gonna pick up the rest of the deck, and you're gonna show them that you have just a regular deck of cards like this. And as you're doing this, you want to take the three next cards on the pack, which is actually 3 kings, and you want to spread it out enough so that you can just catch a break like this right over here, and you're gonna have the 4 aces, 3 kings above your break right now. And now you're gonna take these cards, take every card above your break, so you got the aces and the 3 kings, and you're gonna peel off the first card, turn it over, second card, turn it over, third card, turn it over, and for the last card, you don't want to peel it off because then you'll reveal the cards behind it. So what I like to do is I just want to smack it on top like that, and turn this and put this ace of spades down, and say, now I have the other 3 aces like this. What it seems to the spectator is that you just counted out the 4 aces and just set them on the table, but in reality you actually switched them out already for kings. Okay, and what your deck should look like right now is you should have an ace on top, 3 aces on top, and your king at the last spot like this. Okay, now you're gonna say, okay, I'm gonna give the cards some cuts because the order of the cards really doesn't matter. So as you're doing this, you want to take the 4 cards on top, which is your 3 aces and your king, and catch a break like this. You're going to transfer that break into a thumb break like this. So your thumb is now holding this in place. This was your pinky, now it's your thumb that's holding the cards in place. You're going to do I don't know what this cut is called, but you're just going to take half the cards from under the break, put it on top, and take half the deck under the break, take all the cards under the break, and put it at the top. So essentially what you did is you just moved the cards to the bottom. You just took your king and your 3 aces, and you just moved them from the top to the bottom, like this. So now you have your king on the bottom. What I like to do is I like to take the ace, and I'm going to place this ace right over here, like this, and you have it here. Alright, so you have your ace of spades and your king. Now you're ready to go to perform the change, the color change. This is a very classic color change, and you just want to go ahead and take this top card, and you're gonna move it to the top, about an inch or so that you have your king sticking out like this on the bottom. But with your hand covering it, they won't see anything. You wanna take the palm of your hand and just go like this. You wanna peel the last card out with the palm of your hand like this. So I don't know what angle this is gonna be pretty better at, but I'm gonna try. Take this first card, slide it out. Take the palm of your hand and just slide this first card out like this. You see how it slides out like that? And you have it right there, right? In the front, it doesn't look like anything, but in reality, you have a card right here. You're gonna take the ace of spades, place it back in position with your index finger, and just slide this card on top. And it looks like the card changed, but you just switch the order of the cards, right? So again, you wanna take it, push it up, take the palm of your hand, go like this, and seal out the second card. Take your index, place the ace of spades back on top, and just square everything up. And it really does look like the ace of spades changes into the king, right? So at this point, you can either do the last part or you don't have to, because you're already set up to go the ace to king. But what I'd like to do is I want to do risk kill. So you're just gonna take your deck and flip it over and show off the card, because you don't want to show off this ace, right? So you want to do that and say, I have a king now, snap, and you're already ready to go and show out that you have the 4 kings, like this, right? So now at this point, everybody is like, wow, how did he do it, right? As they're doing this, you want to take the 4 cards and you want to riffle them like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And you're just gonna break like this. And what you're doing is you're gonna turn these over like this, but the card, the packet on top, is actually blocking it like this. So they won't really see anything that fishy. So you're just gonna turn it over like this, right? You're just basically turning it over. And you just wanna give the cards a little bit of a cut and just place it naturally like that. So practically what you did is you just turned the aces over and cut them to the middle. And you can do a snap, whatever you would like. And you can show them that, ooh, right? The aces are now in the middle of the deck, right? Like that. And that was how the trick is done. Hope you guys enjoyed, and peace out.